Hi, welcome. Simon here and hope you're doing well. In this video, I'll walk you through step by step on how to replace an iPhone 7 screen, not just the digitizer as well as the LCD screen. So they actually come in one piece together, meaning that the LCD and the digitizer is one piece together. We'll be replacing the entire screen for this iPhone here. So first thing I like to do is to go ahead and turn off the phone. Slide it to your right if I can. It looks like I cannot. Well, we'll be disconnecting the battery anyway, so that way it would shut off the phone. All right, so I'll be using the 0.8 torque screwdriver here. Let's go ahead and remove the two screws at the bottom. Once you have removed the two screws, get yourself a metal prying tool. We're going to pry open the screen. So you want to stick it in between the screen like so, not too deep because you do not want to stick it all the way in and start damaging the internal iPhones. So you want to stick it in just enough, about this much, all right, about this much, to cut the adhesive. So this phone is actually water resistant. They have adhesive tape that glue all around the phone. So what the prying tool is doing right now is to kind of cut open that adhesive. All right, once you have cut open the adhesive, you can flip the phone to your right while holding at 90 degree. Get yourself a tri screwdriver or the Y screwdriver, or what we call the tri screwdriver, and remove the screws. There are 4 screws total. Once you have removed all the 4 screws, this metal bracket will just pop right out. Put that on the side and get yourself a plastic prying tool and pry open that battery. Okay, so that is for the battery. Once the battery is disconnected, you can go ahead now disconnect the two LCD screen and the digitizer. Once you have done with that part, let's go ahead and disconnect the front camera and the ear speaker. So go ahead and get yourself a Phillips screwdriver. Remove the 2 screws. And this metal bracket will just come straight out. And go ahead and disconnect this cable. Once you have disconnect all that, the next step is to transfer everything over to the new screen here. So let's go ahead and remove the side screw, and I'll be using the Y screwdriver. Okay, let me try again. So there's 6 total, 3 on each side of the screen. We'll be transferring the back plate over to the new screen here. Now we'll be opening up the home button. Again, it's a tri screwdriver. 4 screws holding down the home button. Once you have removed all that 4 screws, remove the bracket. Now you want to pay close attention to the connector on this connector here, you want to flip it to your left. All right, so the connector open on this way. Make sure you have the connector lifted up. While you're holding at it, what you want to do is you want to go in between the plastic and the flex cable and be very gently separate. It is taped with the double-sided tape on, with the tape onto the home button. You see this double-sided tape? That's what it is, this holding onto the flex cable, right? So you, in between, take your time, do not break the home button. Once you have done with that, the next step I like to do is to remove the ear speaker and the front camera using the Phillips screwdriver. Okay, at this point here, what I like to do is I like to transfer the entire flex cable. So I'm going underneath. Be very gently, try to separate the proximity sensor right here. Okay, so it's pretty much slightly taped onto the base on the phone. So you just have to go in between. Now I'll be going in between this metal bracket here. See this metal bracket? You're just going to go in between that. And get yourself, dig all the way underneath. Okay. And now what you want to do is pay attention to that little 4 metal dots. So you're going to go underneath that 4 metal dots. All right, so once you have the entire cable removed, now you can actually remove this protector. So this protector right here, we do not need that. So this goes onto the phone like that. Okay, I'm just removing the entire piece because the new phone comes with it. All right, so once you're done with that, now the next step I like to do is to go ahead and install this. All right, make sure you have the 2 white dot aligned to the flex cable. Press it in, and the other part, it just goes straight into the bracket. Once you have it in, make sure the ear speaker, the golden part, is pointing down, touching that 4 dots. And then flip over the front camera, covering up the speaker. And now bring the bracket in and use the bracket to hold everything down. While you're holding it on one side, go ahead and get your screwdriver and put all the screws back in together. Okay, once you're done with that, remember the back plate from the old phone. We still have to disconnect them. Go ahead and stick it in between this metal bracket. What you're trying to do is to separate the double-sided tape, which is taping down the cable. So if you flip it around, you can see some residue of the double-sided tape. It was taping in between onto the flex cable. What you have to do is just pry it open. Once you're done with that, make sure the cable here on the new screen is laying down flat. Push it all the way while you're holding that. I might have to remove this screw here. Okay, and now put the new back plate in between. Okay. Let's put the screws back on the side, 3 on each side. Let's put it back in. Okay, once you have done with that part, now do not forget your home button. What you want to do is you want to stick it from the front, coming from the back. All right, make sure it's aligned properly. Now you want to flip the connector on the top first. So flip it up, lay the cable down, then put it on top of it, just like that. Okay, they're kind of like a Lego. Once you find them in the right position and you press it down, they can just go right back in. So I'm having some difficulty right here. Trying to align the cable. There you go. Once that is done, do not forget your the bracket for the home button. Right, once we are done with that, let's go ahead and start installing back to the phone. So again, realign the flex cable on the top here for your front camera. They're just like Lego. Once you have them in the right position, you just press it down and it go back in. Once you have connected all the cables, do not forget your battery. Reconnect the battery back again. Now transfer the bracket for the top. Get your Phillips screwdriver. Here is for the bottom part bracket. That is for the screen. So align them in a position. That long screw goes to the very far right. Okay, now the final step is to make sure you align the very top here. You see that little notch. So you want to slide it in on the top. Okay, let that notch tug in, and then go ahead and press the screen on the side. Okay, let's go ahead and turn on the phone. And now you have it. So the phone is turning on. And do not forget to put the 2 screws back in here at the bottom of the phone. And that's pretty much it. So if you have any question, you can comment below. And also do not forget, if you're not sure where to buy the replacement screen or the tools that I'll be using, go ahead and check in the description below. I link them down here, and then you can get it from either Amazon or eBay, and just follow my video. Hopefully that helps to get your iPhone 7 replaced. All right, thanks for watching. Until next time, bye now.